Happy Friday, everybody. Chris Bone here for Meat Off the Bone and County Kitchen. Welcome back. Today it's Friday, and I wanted to do something. I haven't done a video in like maybe a week or so. If you've been keeping up, and I wanted to do one. I am going to make salmon today, but I've done videos on how to make salmon, like 2 or 3 of them. But you've never seen. I'm gonna do potato crusted salmon. All right, that's taking a potato, shaving them down into that like hash brownish, and putting that as a kind of like a sandwich between put the salmon between 2 layers of potato. Now I'm not going to make the salmon today. I will make the potato crusted salmon for you on a later date. I want to show you today on actually how to make regular hash browns at home. If you ever go to, like, Waffle House, or if you go to like IHOP or something like that, you've had that, the shaved potato, the fried shaved potato hash browns. A lot of people don't know how to make that. Well, I'm going to show you how to do that today. The reason I'm going to make the potato crusted salmon, but it's the same way. But I'm going to show you how to make hash browns. I really shouldn't have mentioned salmon. Now everyone's going to be like, oh, he's going to show us how to make salmon. Look up salmon under one of my videos, and I'll show you how to make salmon. All right, well, let's get started. It's like 8:30 in the morning. All right, see that? And this is all we need right here for right now. Okay? Because what I'm going to do is, well, I'm going to wash this potato first. I don't know if you see a sink. There's a sink. A lot of people use a brush or their hands. This is like a Brillo pad sponge. I don't know if you can see how light it is as compared to how dark it was over here. A Brillo pad really cleans the potato off. I mean, a lot of people don't even bother washing. Every wash a potato, but a lot of people don't bother peeling the potato. I'm going to, because one, I'm going to show you how to peel a potato, and secondly, hash browns with little bits of skin in it. It doesn't really do much, except it looks weird. You have the little brown spots all over it, and I'm like, it doesn't look eye-peeling. So whenever I do hash browns, I always peel my potato. And yes, we are using a russet potato. We're not using the German Reds or the Finglings. It's a regular russet, one single russet potato. All right, and actually this, get cold water. It doesn't have to be ice cold, just cold. But what we're going to do is I'm going to put just a little bit of water in there, about maybe half of that bowl. Come back here. I'm going to say look up. Grab one of our trusty cheese graters. And, well, I mean, I just used this yesterday, so I know it's clean, but people are like, yeah, you're gonna take it from your fridge and put it in your water? Yeah. Bloop, right in the water. Boom. Because what we're gonna do is we're gonna use a cheese grater on the potato. Well, first we're gonna peel the potato, but then we're gonna use a cheese grater on a potato. Yeah, a cheese grater on a potato. Think about it. You ever thought about, frying up some onions for your salad? You don't want to cut them? Just take a cheese grater. Cool. Apples. Maybe I'll do a video, fried apples with the grated apples. Yeah, giving you ideas now, isn't it? All right, well, let me put you down here, and I have to find my potato peeler. I have no idea where it is. Hey, I found my Thor hammer. Found it. All right. Well, I guess I'll just do it this way. I don't know how many of you like know how to peel a potato, but this is the blade. There's a blade right here and a blade right here on each side. If you look. All right, and yes, the blades are sharp, so please be careful. It does not have to be perfect. Potatoes do have these little spots in them. They're called eyes. It's no big deal. They're just blemishes in the potato. There's nothing wrong with them. I don't know how many of you that, if there are any of you that don't know how to peel a potato. There's an eye. Well, here it is. I knew that was going to happen. Yes, I knew that was going to happen. I actually expected it. So, since that does happen a lot, instead of peeling your potato over the trash can, just do it in your sink. You know, granted, if you have a sink that you can wash out afterwards, but like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. I just want to get the majority of these off. All right, there we are. And all the rest of this stuff just into a bowl and grab, boom, into the trash. That way you don't have to sacrifice your potato into the trash can, because I'm lucky. My trash can literally has, well, now that it has potato peels in there. It had nothing in there. It was about as clean a trash can as you're gonna find, but I would not advise peeling over a trash can for just that reason. So peel it over your sink and then just clean the sink out. No big deal. All right, on to the next. I'm making this video as long as possible because, well, I can. I have the cheese grater in the water, and all we do is start with a potato. If you want to cut the potato in half, you can. It'll probably be easier if you do, because it's a lot easier to manage if you cut it in half. Like I hold it by the cut piece. It's easier to grab. And it goes by really quick. Let's see if I can get a closer, closer look. There we go. See what you're seeing in the water? You see how the water's becoming like opaque and kind of white, creamy white? That's starch. That's the reason why I'm putting the potato in the water first. I'm trying to get the starch out of the potato before I fry it. Because frying it, the starch will make the potato burn a whole lot quicker. And it won't really, well, it'll burn and it'll off the flavor a little bit. So if you take the starch out of the potato, it fries up nice and golden, and it doesn't have that off burn smell. All right. You will have some on the inside, but no big deal. Get your potato off your cheese grater. Stick the cheese grater in the sink. The potato is in the water. And now it doesn't have to be super cold, but make sure it's cold water because you don't want to cook the potato by any means. You want to keep it raw. Now, do you see how white the water is becoming? It's not because the potato's in it, but it's actually becoming almost like a milky. You can see when I put my hand in there, it's foggy. That's the starch coming out. All right. I'm gonna grab this. Gonna come on over here, as you can see. And strain the potatoes. All right. Put on some cold water again. Oops, that's hot. I didn't know my reds from lefts either. More cold water. About halfway again. Use this in the sink if you want. And wash your potatoes again. It's the same process of washing rice. If you're familiar with that concept, that's how you make sticky rice, Japanese sticky rice, or even sushi grade rice. You have to wash the rice. You're washing the starch out of the rice so the rice doesn't stick to each other. So taking the starch out of the potatoes won't literally stick to each other. Even though it's going to be in hash brown form, we're still frying the potatoes. So they're gonna stick together to a certain extent, but they're not gonna burn. See how it's white again? Back to our trusty colander. All right. Now the potatoes are right now. Like I said at the beginning of the video, it's going to be for lunch. It's going to be, potato crusted salmon. I'm making the hash browns now. I know it's, been about 15 minutes. What I'm going to do is cold water again. Same as we've been doing. But I'm just going to fill it up. I'm not washing potatoes. The potatoes are already washed. I mean, sure, there's going to be a residual starch coming out of the potatoes. But right now, I'm done. We're literally done with this part of the video. This is what I wanted to show you, what an important step when making hash browns is. We're going to soak them. We're going to soak the potatoes indefinitely. It could be for 20 minutes. It could be for 2 hours. I'm going to soak these until after 12. So for about 4 to 5 hours. I'm going to put these in the fridge. I can do this with one hand. My fridge is full today because it's Friday and I've been prepping for today. So the potatoes are going to go in the fridge until about maybe, well, until I finish everything I have to do today and get them out, and I'll bring you all right back. We're putting them in the fridge to cool the water down, to cool the potato down, to get the residual excess starch out, and then they'll be ready to fry. We'll be using you can either use butter or you can use like a low smoke point oil like coconut oil, or you can even use olive oil, which is kind of a higher smoke point. But we're going to just use regular canola oil. It's canola oil. It's going to be the same type of oil that anyone can find in your house. It's cooking oil. It's your vegetable oil. It's your Wesson cooking oil. I'm not doing a shout out to Wesson, but everyone has cooking oil in their house. It's a regular cooking oil. That's what we're going to use. We're not going to use a lot of it, but I'm just going to show you how to fry it up. Make hash browns. It's breakfast hash browns. You can put ham in it, egg. You can put your peppers in, tomatoes. Put gravy over it. Put it in your chili. I mean, it's really versatile, and you're really gonna love it. So stick around. I'll be back. Well, I'll be back in about 5 hours. You'll be back for you in about 3 to 4 seconds. 3, 2, 1. All right. Well, I'm back. at it. Wasn't really like the 5 hour, whatever. It's been about three hours or so. I have some time to kill because I'm waiting for some stuff to come out of the oven. Anyway, so I was like, you know, I'm gonna do this now. So I'm gonna get this out of, yeah. See, another reason why I left it in the water is so it doesn't oxidize, so it doesn't turn that reddish brown ew looking color. I mean, it's nothing bad with it, but it just looks bad. So we're ready. We'll put this in the sink, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take all this out. What we want to do is get all the moisture out of the potatoes. Like all of the moisture. All right. So, okay. Oh, look at this. Nice big old hunker of potato right there. I don't need that. All right. As we're looking here, let me put some gloves on. I mean, you don't have to, but yeah. What we're going to do is we're going to take the potato in hand and wring them out. Like squish out all the water as you possibly can. And then when you're done squishing the water out, you bring them right over to a paper towel. Layered paper towel or regular towel, it's up to you. But yeah. And then put them over on a paper towel. Again, I'm trying to let you see exactly what I'm doing here. Yeah. You're gonna lose a couple of potatoes here and there. I'm not worried about that. You wring them out by hand now, so you don't have to waste as many paper towels getting these as possibly dry as possible. Possibly dry as possible. As dry as possible. That way they don't stick to your pan as much when we put them under in the fry oil. All right, I'm gonna leave it be. Meh. Well, I do that. All right, that's what they're looking like. They're not bone dry yet. So you take another paper towel. Actually, what you should do is spread them out. Like, really, really spread them out. That'll get them even drier. Because what I'm going to do is, since all the starch is taken out, they're not going to oxidize as fast. So what I'm going to do is, I have my my stove with my oil right here, heating up to about medium high. You don't want to put it on the high, especially mine's like really, really powerful. Medium high is about as good as you're going to get if you don't want to overdo your potatoes. So what I'm going to do here, you can use a towel. I use paper towels because they're a whole lot easier. And what you can do is roll it and almost wring it. That's a secret of mine that I made up a long time ago. And they're paper towels, so big deal. You're gonna have a couple that'll stick to your paper towels, no big deal. Try and get as many off as possible. They do like to stick a little bit. All right. Next thing you want to do is re-fluff them up. They can stay on the same towel, it's not gonna hurt nothing. See how they're like really, they're not sticking together, all the starch is gone. They almost look like mozzarella cheese. And fluff them up, and I'm gonna let them sit for about 5 or 10 minutes just to dry them up as much as possible. Yeah, no seasoning, no nothing, just let them dry. If you want to salt them up a little bit here, you can, which I probably will because I know where they're going, and the salt will actually dry out some of the moisture as well. Okay, well, as that's doing that, I'm gonna go and clean up my little mess, and I'll see you in about 5 or 10 minutes. All right, it's been about 7 or 8 minutes. Our pan is about ready. Let's put the oil in. It seems like a lot of oil. I guess it is. That's a little bit of wetness on my hand. I just washed my hands. A lot of people will mix the oil with a little bit of pat of butter. I'm not going to, because I'm going to make a really, it's fluffy. That's what I want to say, is fluffy. I want to see fluff. See, it's going to be about that. That's only one potato. It's going to be about, oops, I'm sorry. I'm fluffy, fluffing it. I'm going to take this entire thing over. I want to bring you with me, but I don't want to. Here, how about this? I'll show you where I'm going. Right, chop. Do this. Work smarter, not harder. This. There. Now I take everything. Oh no! I lost something. All right. Well, that wasn't as glamorous as I wanted it to be. But everything's in. I'm trying to keep it relatively in formation, in uniform thickness. There. All right. Now, what we're going to do is, I don't know if you can see that, start. Some people put in for 4 minutes. I put in for 4 minutes. Some people put in for 5 minutes. That goes right there. We grab a lid. All right, say goodbye. All right, dude, you cover it up. Do not touch it for 4 minutes, or if you want to do 5 minutes, you can, as long as it's on medium, high heat. If it's on too high, you'll start to see smoke coming out of there, and then it's kind of like, you know, you gotta start all over again. So medium, high heat, be your best bet. Like rice, don't take the lid off. Let the steam cook the potato all the way through. So even though the bottom is getting nice and golden brown, the top of it's getting nice, still keeping nice and fluffy, and it's going to be nice and it has a good bite to it. You know, you're not going to get that raw potato crunch. You're going to get a nice hash brown bite. While this is cooking, I'm going to do my best. See, all that's really, really hot. I'm trying to clean it up after myself, which is always a good habit. I have to clean up this thing. Look at all that. See all that? Well, I will see you in about 2.5 minutes. All right. That's looking pretty good. Let's see what this looks like. All right. Pause. All right. The lid is hot, so watch out. Okay, so you can see a little bit of a brown, golden down there. I'm gonna go ahead and cover it up for 1 more minute. I want to see a little bit of golden brown on all around. Okay, let's see. All right, looking good. That's looking wonderful, actually. Looks like some of it cooked. All right, well, I'm going to do something that I've never tried before, but I know how. I'm going to go ahead and flip it. Hopefully you'll get this. Woohoo! Cover it back up for 3 more minutes. Let's go ahead and make it 4. See you in 4 minutes. All right, let's do this. Can we say perfect? Awesome. That is how you make hash browns. You can see the well, there's a concern on the size of the pan. This came out really well. Everything is done. The potato is cooked thoroughly. See, some of it's a little bit more golden than others. That's fine. I'm not worried about that. Bring this over. Perfection. Again, as usual. Remember to turn your oven off, or your stove. Grab your phone, grab your mitt. That thing's hot. I'm gonna leave all that from my pocket. My tiny little phone. Look how small that is. I love my tiny phone. All right. Well, now that was 1 potato. That's only 1 potato. I mean, that's pretty good. You could cut that in 4 and probably make that a side for 4 people. That's 1 potato. I mean, given the potato was probably between 16 and 20 ounces. Okay, that's about 5 ounces per person. That's a good side. What I'm gonna do later on today is I'm gonna, as you saw when the potato was very fluffy, when it looked like a mozzarella cheese shredded, I will put the potato and a little in the pan, put the salmon over the potato, and put the another fluffy side of potato on top of the salmon, and do exactly what I did. I shut it. The heat would steam the potato. It would actually cook the fish without the fish even touching the pan. But I will show you how to do that on another video. But that's how you do potato crusted salmon. But the potato is come out like perfect. Besides the little bit of salt that I put in, which you can't even taste. This is how restaurants do it. Some people even like it at not being too crispy. They like it a little bit on the softer side. I like it both ways. I like it a little bit on the softer side with a little bit of crisp, and it tastes amazing. Put a little side of egg, put some ham in there, put some tomatoes, some peppers, some mushrooms. Call it a meal. It's so good. Anyway, it's so easy to make. A little bit of time, and all it is a potato and some oil. That's it. I mean, if you want to count the salt, you don't have to. Potato and oil. So easy to do. And you saw it here, how to do it here. I'm glad. If you try it out, please let me know. I appreciate the support. Thanks a lot for watching. My name is Chris Bone. This is Meat Off the Bone and County Kitchen. Have a wonderful weekend.